Daily English Flow, your friendly space for English speaking and learning. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Flow.
Hi, everyone. So happy to be here with you again today.
How are you doing today, Luwis?
I'm doing really well, thank you. A bit tired, but excited for today's topic.
Because today we are talking about phrasal verbs, and honestly, they always confuse me a little.
I think that's true for so many learners.
It really is. Phrasal verbs are one of the trickiest parts of English.
So, what exactly are phrasal verbs, for anyone who isn't sure?
Great question. A phrasal verb is a verb plus a small word like up, on, or off, and together they make a new meaning.
Oh, like get up or turn off.
Exactly like that. And today we are going to look at some of the 50 most useful phrasal verbs for daily life.
Wow, 50 sounds like a lot.
Don't worry, we won't do all 50 today. We will focus on some really important ones and group them by topic.
That sounds much easier. Okay, so what topics are we covering?
Today we will look at phrasal verbs for daily routines, phrasal verbs for relationships and plans, phrasal verbs for work and problems, and some simple tricks to remember them all.
I love that plan. I think phrasal verbs will finally make sense to me after this.
I really hope so. Let's get started. But before we start, if you're enjoying Daily English Flow, please take a moment to like this video.
Yes, please. It really helps us reach more learners like you.
And please subscribe so you never miss a new episode.
Honestly, subscribing is completely free, and it makes Anna smile every single time. So please do it.
Thank you, Luwis. That's very sweet.
And if you have a friend who is learning English too, please share this episode with them.
Yes, sharing really does help. Thank you all so much.
Okay, now let's really begin our lesson.
All right, let's start with phrasal verbs for daily routines.
Okay, I'm ready. This is a topic I actually use every day.
The first phrasal verb is get up, which means to leave your bed in the morning. It's very common and very easy to use. For example, I get up at 7 o'clock every morning. You can also say, she gets up early on weekdays. And one more example. We usually get up late on Sundays. Luwis, can you try a sentence with get up?
Sure, I get up at 6 o'clock because I like to record podcasts early.
That's a great sentence and completely correct. Let's try one more. Our next phrasal verb is turn off, which means to stop a machine or a light. For example, please turn off the lights before you leave. You can also say, I always turn off my phone at night. And one more. Don't forget to turn off the stove after cooking. Luwis, try using turn off in your own sentence.
Okay, I turn off my computer after finishing work.
Close, but we usually say, after finishing work, we don't need up there.
Ah, I see. So I turn off my computer after finishing work.
Perfect. That's exactly right.
So today we learned get up and turn off, both very useful for daily routines.
Great recap. Now let's move to our next section. Now let's talk about phrasal verbs for relationships and plans.
This is such an important topic because we use these phrasal verbs when we talk about people and events.
The first one is look forward to, which means to feel excited about something in the future. For example, I look forward to seeing you next week. You can also say, we are looking forward to the weekend. And one more example. She looks forward to her birthday every year. Luwis, can you try this one?
Sure, I look forward to seeing my family next month.
Almost, but after look forward to, we need the ing form, so it should be I look forward to seeing my family next month.
Oh, right, that's a tricky rule. Look forward to seeing, not to see.
Exactly, well remembered. Today's vocabulary spotlight word is hang out. Hang out means to spend relaxed time with someone, usually friends. For example, we like to hang out at the coffee shop on weekends. Another example, do you want to hang out after work today? Luwis, can you try using hang out?
Sure, I like to hang out with my friends every Friday night.
That's perfect, very natural.
So today we learned look forward to and hang out, both about relationships and plans.
Great. Let's move on to our third section now. In this section, let's talk about phrasal verbs for work and problems. These phrasal verbs are especially useful in everyday work conversations. The first one is figure out, which means to find an answer or solve a problem. For example, I need to figure out this problem before tomorrow. You can also say, can you help me figure out this schedule? And one more example. We finally figured out the mistake in the report. Luwis, try using figure out in a sentence.
Okay, I figured out how to fix my microphone yesterday.
That's excellent, completely correct. The next phrasal verb is deal with, which means to handle a difficult situation. For example, I need to deal with a lot of emails today. You can also say, she deals with customers very calmly. And one more example, we dealt with the problem quickly. Luwis, can you try this one too?
Sure, I deal with technical problems almost every week when recording.
That's a great sentence. Very realistic too.
So today we learned figure out and deal with, both very useful at work.
Wonderful. Now let's move to our final section. Today's vocabulary spotlight word is put off. Put off means to delay something or do it later instead of now. For example, I always put off cleaning my desk until Friday. Another example, please don't put off your English practice. Do it every day. Luwis, can you try using put off?
Sure, sometimes I put off answering emails until the next day.
That's a very honest and correct sentence. Now let's talk about a simple trick to remember phrasal verbs more easily. One great trick is to group phrasal verbs by topic, just like we did today: routines, relationships, and work. Another trick is to write a small example sentence using your own real life. That way, you remember it better. And a third trick is to say the phrasal verb out loud a few times, just like we do in this podcast. Luwis, do you have a trick that helps you personally?
Yes, actually, I like to imagine a small picture in my head, like turning off a light or figuring out a puzzle.
That's a wonderful trick. Using pictures really helps the brain remember.
So to remember phrasal verbs, we can group them by topic, use real-life examples, and picture the meaning.
Perfect summary. Well done. Okay, let's review everything we learned today.
Sounds great, let's do it!
First, we learned get up and turn off for daily routines.
Right, those are things I use literally every single day.
Second, we learned look forward to and hang out for relationships and plans.
Yes, look forward to seeing, not to see. I will remember that one.
Third, we learned figure out and deal with for work and problems.
Those two are perfect for my podcast recording life, honestly.
Fourth, we learned put off and some simple tricks to remember phrasal verbs, like grouping by topic and picturing the meaning.
This episode really helped me. I feel like phrasal verbs make so much more sense now.
I'm really glad to hear that you did wonderfully today. And now, I have a question for all of you listening today.
Yes, please answer in the comments, in English. Which phrasal verb from today do you think you will use the most this week?
Write your answer below, using a full sentence if you can. We would love to read your answers.
If this episode helped you today, please give it a like.
And please subscribe to Daily English Flow so you don't miss the next episode.
And share it with a friend who is also learning English. It really makes a difference.
Thank you so much for learning with us today.
Remember, every phrasal verb you practice brings you one step closer to speaking naturally.
Beautifully said, Luwis.
We are Luwis and Anna, and this is Daily English Flow.
Keep practicing, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye for now, take care, and keep speaking English every day.
Bye, everyone.